I'm James Savoldelli. I'm the founder and CEO of Pesto. I'm joined today by Sam Garcia, the editor-in-chief of Home Equity Lending News. Today, we're going to discuss how Pesto can help make your HELOC portfolio better for your members and more profitable for you. Sam worked at Farmers Insurance Group Federal Credit Union and started their home equity lending business back in the day. And he created Home Equity Lending News over 3 years ago to provide news and data to help the industry and investors operate more efficiently.
James, thanks for the opportunity to talk today. Um, and I did get some statistics for home equity lending that were relevant for credit unions. Um, One of the first ones, of course, everybody wants more originations, right? So HELOC originations actually climbed to 1.2 million units last year from 1.088. So some growth after years of kind of declining growth. So that was good to see. Um, then HELOCs outstanding, what we saw is that they grew to 13.1 million HELOCs outstanding with an unpaid principal balance of 434 billion. Another important metric that we like to look at is tappable home equity, and that's the amount that is available to withdraw, through a cash out transaction or a home equity transaction, up to 80%. So tappable home equity among the 104 million U.S. homeowners climbed to 21.4 trillion in the fourth quarter of last year from 20.9 trillion in the fourth quarter of 2024. So consistent growth there, plenty of opportunity. It's not a matter of lack of supply or available equity. But I also, James, if it's okay, I have some questions for you, and maybe we could talk a little bit about, what you've got going on at Pesto.
Yeah, let's dive into it.
Okay, great. First off, how does Pesto help members and credit unions? What does it do?
Yeah, so this is the headline, right? Pesto makes your HELOC top of wallet. We're going to massively increase your HELOC's utilization, profitability, and member enjoyment. To do this, we remove all of the friction from using a HELOC by attaching a white label top of wallet rewards card to all of the HELOCs in your credit union's portfolio. Now, a member can access their HELOC anywhere Visa or MasterCard are accepted, creating the lowest cost of funds possible in their wallet. This can double utilization, generate an additional 2% non interest bearing income through interchange on all spend, and allow the HELOC to become part of your member's daily life. And if we talk about what it is that we do, Pesto is really plug and play. So we can go live in as little as 90 days. We integrate into existing digital banking setups, but there's no core integration required. We guarantee transaction fraud on the card, and we also fully manage setup servicing. So everything from card printing to disputes, bin sponsorship, compliance, so we don't create more of an operational burden for our partners. All in all, this creates a fully managed program where your member can have a cost of funds in their wallet that's 70% lower than a traditional card from a large bank, which is unsecured. And that's what we do, and that's how we help people.
Thanks for that explanation. Um, as I mentioned a minute ago, the HELOC utilization rate is hovering somewhere between 40-45%. Why do you think that there's such a gap between utilization and the amount of equity available?
I think it comes down really to friction. Most credit unions don't have a HELOC problem. They have a friction problem. The credit union's already done the hard work. They've already earned their members' trust. They've underwritten the line. They've secured the collateral. But if accessing the equity feels complicated, members won't use it. And when they don't use it, it doesn't serve them, so utilization stays low. At Pesto, we start with this belief, really, that when you make something easy and rewarding, people naturally engage with it. So we remove the friction by attaching this white labeled rewards card. And that way, their HELOC really is always in the member's pocket. They can swipe it instantly, use Apple Pay or Android Pay. They can earn rewards. So there's a level of gratification that they get from using the HELOC rather than using a more expensive credit card. And so we turn the home equity from something that's episodic into something that they're using in their everyday life. And so the result beyond just increased utilization and increased profitability is also relevance and member engagement. This HELOC is now part of the member's daily life, and that's a big difference. And all in all, it increases utilization. But again, I think the reason why utilization is low today is really friction.
Huh, interesting. I've heard you talk about uh, interchange revenue. Will you explain what that is?
Yeah, so coming from the HELOC side of the house, simply put, every time somebody swipes their card, whether it is a debit card or a credit card, there is a fee taken from the merchant, not from the member, but from the merchant. In debit cards, this fee is relatively low. In credit cards, it can be 2% or more. All of Pesto's programs are 100% credit card based, so we get the full 2% interchange fee. This obviously is non-interest bearing revenue, and it can be used to fund both rewards as well as just increase the profitability of the program. So it's a great way to increase utilization and to make the program more profitable inherently. All right, fantastic. Thank you all so much for coming, and I look forward to connecting with you after this. And Sam, thank you so much for joining again. Home equity lending news has been a fantastic source of data and insight for anyone who's involved in home equity. So I highly recommend that you check them out as well and take advantage of the free subscription. Thank you so much. Take care.